Welcome back everybody, I am Black from Lazarus Gaming, and today we're just going to do a quick lesson on dupes. This is going to be real fast. There's not too much to it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Dupes, props, stuff like that. This is a dupe that I actually got from a friend. This is not one I made myself. As you can see, it's a bunch of individual props put together to make a wall. Now this wall could be used in its own for multiple things, as fortification or just aesthetic. But you can even have droids spawn behind here, so you don't spawn them right in front of somebody as you're setting up the next area. As well as that, we can have base dupes. These can be used for FOBs. You can alternate them any way possible, any way you would really like. There's almost no limitation to what you could do when you go into single player and start putting props together and make something. One of the important things to remember is that a lot of other people have different dupes. Just on Lazarus Gaming, we all trade dupes. All the Gamemakers, we all trade dupes. I see plenty of people using this dupe right here. This is one I've made myself. And now I'm just going to show you something that you could really do with just a little bit of thinking. As you can see here, I made a little small, what I want to call like a keypad kind of thing that you would swipe a card through, and this will open up this door. This literally took minutes to make. These doors you can find under the door section, and you set them up to a key. Now let's just say I take this, and as long as I time this correctly, as soon as I slide it down, I could make it look like it just opened up the door. It's a simple thing. You know, as I'm putting it through, I'm pressing a button on my keyboard. So in this case, you would probably have to watching people unless you're the one opening the door itself. You could do the same thing with hacking and stuff. It's just to show that's just something in its own that can be super creative. So what we got here is a dupe that I made for an event a while ago. This was actually a comm station that we had to shut down. It was actually an enemy comm station. Now as you can see, the top light there, it's green. This is about 5, maybe 6 different individual props at the most. What's really cool is something we did was we had a battalion hack into the systems. Now as they're hacking it, we would go ahead and right click onto this and turn it red to make it look like they just successfully hacked into a station. That's just another small thing that you could do with dupes. And like I said, the possibilities are literally endless when you sit there and play with props and other dupes. So go ahead and try it out. Try to make some props. Try to get some from other people and test it out yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. In case you were wondering on how to build a dupe, it's very simple. I'm just going to take a couple walls and make something for you real quick. In my case, I'm going to just use some basic walls. Now, when you hold Shift and E, it'll lock it. So you can lock it and turn it on a perfect angle. And there we go. So this is perfectly angled. That's exactly how I want to use it. So we'll go ahead and grab another wall. Okay, so we got another wall here, but the thing is, you're not going to be able to really get this perfect. That's gonna take a lot of work if you're just trying to eyeball it. So there's actually a tool for this, and this tool is called Precision Tool. And basically, as you can see, this isn't perfectly height, so you would mess with how far you want it to go and the push and pull amount. Way too much. And from there, you would just kind of see what works, really. Now we go ahead and move it over here as well. And look at that. That's almost perfect. That is almost literally perfect, and that's what you want to do. You want to get it as clean as possible. If you feel happy with it, then you know it'll be good. Something you could do for this, let's just say you don't want to keep going with it. You don't want to keep doing this individually. Now that you got these two walls already there, something that you could actually do is use either an improved stacker or a regular stacker. And you can go ahead and do something like this. and then just delete the inside. And look at that. It put it exactly where you wanted it. You didn't have to really precision and all that stuff, but it would take about the same amount of time. So let's go ahead and finish that off. Okay, so now we got our perfect little cube. Maybe we're going to use one of these to be a fading door so that it opens up. Honestly, even with this cube alone, the possibilities are almost endless. You could add stuff to it if you want. But now I'm going to show you how to make it a dupe. You want to take the welding tool out, click on a piece of it, weld it to another piece, and do the same thing for every single one of these walls. There you go. This is all welded together now. So now if I take out either the duplicator, which that's what I use just to save things, you go ahead and you would right click, and then you'd go to Dupes at the top here, My Dupes, and then Save. And this would save a new dupe. I'm not going to save it because I don't need this. But what else you could do is you could use the Advanced Duplicator, and when you right click on it, you'll actually be able to see a preview and tell if it's really there or not. So as you can see, I have perfectly duped exactly what I wanted, and that's awesome. So now I can place it and I have a preview of what it's going to look like.